In today's video, we're going to go over 3 core fielding drills for baseball and softball. For coaches of amateur players, one big thing to remember is that fielding drills, it's not so much the drill itself, it's the coaching, it's the instruction, it's the intent, it's why are we doing this, and what is the standard we're trying to meet. For lots of young players, we can do drop step drills, we can do different footwork drills, but until players understand what it looks like, how higher level players do that, and the intensity that they go after balls, which we'll discuss, they often will just kind of go through the motions on some of these drills. Today's drills are going to work on going back on fly balls for infielders, cutoffs for infielders, and charging ground balls for infielders. These are obviously 3 really important skills, but it's not just the drill, because fielding drills don't have to be complicated, but they do have to be well executed, and players have to be focused, and coaches have to be really communicative about what they're looking for when they're giving instruction. 2 things to know before we get going. 1, you'll find timestamps in the video description below, so if you want to jump around to different drills, you can easily do that. And 2, this is a partnership video with Max BP. They make wiffle ball pitching machines, lots of other products. You're going to see me using their pitching machine for 2 of the drills today, and it works really, really well as a station tool practice, as a hitting tool practice. So you're going to see me using that effectively. But remember, you can use lots of different training tools, and you're going to be able to substitute baseballs for those in different circumstances, but you will see me using the Max BP pitching machine, which is really effective for efficient practices. So this first drill, we're going to have the Max BP pitching machine lofting fly balls over a shortstop's head, second baseman's head, into the outfield, forcing our infielders to go back on the ball. Now, drop step drills like these have been done since the beginning of time, right? But the big thing here is one of the big separators between higher level infielders and lower level infielders, and so really every step here, high school to college, college to pro, is just how voracious infielders are at going back on pop-ups hit beyond the infield. And if you watch a Major League Baseball game, a D1 baseball game, any college level game, you'll see these players ranging 50, 60 feet sometimes to make a catch, because at that level, with the field being so big, outfielders have to play deeper, and infielders have to go after everything they can possibly catch. This is a big differentiator between amateurs and pros. And young players, often they just need to be coached. They need the instruction. They need to know what the standard is, that, hey, when there's a ball hit over your head, it's not okay to just sort of lurch after it, pick the ball up, peek back at it, but you need to go full speed, try to beat the ball, and then you can collect yourself and make the catch. 2 really important coaching cues for this drill, because again, it looks really simple as I show it here on video, but number 1 is run with your normal running mechanics. They need to learn to sprint as if they don't have a glove on their hands. And this is, I think, the glove and the mindset of the 2 things that really slow amateur players down, is again, they just sort of lurch after balls, trying to catch it when it's still way up in the air, essentially. The goal is, and the way to instruct this is, sprint first, catch it last. And if they do that, now they can book full speed after the ball, get to the spot, and then reach out with their glove when they're there. And you'll see this as amateur coaches. You'll see players have more speed running back to the fence when a ball is crushed over their head than they do actually running for a ball they could catch. And so it's the mindset where they're so focused on where's the ball, where's the ball, where's the ball, that they lose their normal running gait, and then they become very slow and just unathletic. So on this drill, make sure you're coaching players, sprint first, catch last. Let's also talk about one-handed versus two-handed catches. So if a player is camped under a ball, catching it with 2 hands is great. If they palm it and it squirts out, yeah, the other hand might be there to save the day. But for most running catches, don't blame the one-handed catch if the ball falls out. It's really the body positioning that's at fault when a player tries a one-handed catch and it hits the glove and falls out. This drill will help them get comfortable both making full sprint catches and sprinting, orienting, and settling underneath a fly ball or a pop-up. And the more they practice it, the more their catch probability on all sorts of fly balls will move higher. So allow your players to make one-handed catches in practice, especially on this drill, where the goal is to sprint first and reach out and catch the ball last. Our second fielding drill here is a cutoff drill, and it's really important to have great relay throws that are quick, and the way you do that is by moving your body so every throw hits your glove on your glove side. Too often players are reaching across their body, they'll catch one out here, or they'll lazily just catch at their chest, and then they've got to turn and throw. If you watch high-level infielders, they're reading the throw, they're orienting themselves in the air, and they're catching it on their glove side, so their footwork is lightning fast as soon as the ball hits their mitt. This is really, really important, and this is also a great drill that's coached with the Max BP pitching machine because you can get so many reps in such a short period of time. It makes it a really effective station where they don't need a glove if they don't want to, and they can just work on the ball fluttering around the air, catch it, orienting their feet, and making the throw. A really traditional, simple way to do this is when kids are playing catch. They'll work on, if I'm throwing to you, you're throwing to me, I'm trying to catch on my glove side, and then I'll turn and I'll make, line kids up 4 or 5 in a row and make these long sort of daisy chain relays. Those work great, but they take a lot of throws. They take a lot of manpower. We're going to use the Max BP machine for this drill just because it can rapid fire over and over and over, and I get a lot of different reps from different angles. I can move my body around, and even if I don't catch every one of them because these little wiffle ball golf balls are small and they're tough to catch, that's okay. I'm still working on the footwork, and I'm still working on my transfer and all the actions that I would use in the game. So whether you have a Max BP machine or not, this is still a great drill that you should be doing with your infielders. So this next drill is all about charging ground balls, especially for young players, like 14 and under. They tend to really plant their feet, especially on harder hit, like medium and hard hit ground balls. And it's great to get in front of it, and it's great to field the ball in your center. That's a important foundational skill that you learn as an infielder. However, as the game progresses and runners get faster, the speed of the game speeds up, players have to learn that your default should be charging pretty much everything that you can, everything that you possibly can, unless the ball's hit really, really hard at you, where it's going to make the most sense to take, one little step, set your feet, field it, maybe throw to second, throw to first, whatever. Everything else, you've got to run up and charge it, cut that throw down, and make that throw to first. Sometimes that means throwing on the run. Sometimes it means charging it, setting your feet, fielding it in your center, funneling it, and going. But either way, one of the big things that we teach young players early is to field everything in your center, square up to it, don't be afraid of it, and that's great. But then we almost have to undo some of that, helping players understand that you need to be an athlete, you need to charge almost everything that you can, and so sort of break that habit that their default, again, is go after the ball. So this drill, we're going to set up 2 cones, and we're going to force our fielder, I'm going to be demonstrating, that as soon as the ball leaves the bat, they're charging it, and they've got to at least field it in front of those cones. And then I've got to read the hop and, try to get the long hop, try to get the short hop, but the default needs to be charged. Fielding drills don't have to be wacky and complicated. They just need to be well coached. And so one of the big things here is making sure players field off, with their glove side off outside their knee, and that they can also switch their feet and field on the backhand when that's going to make the most sense. You'll see me demonstrating both of those. So make sure as a coach, it's not just the drill itself, it's the instruction. Players need to learn to charge the ball, go after it really hard, and learn to read those hops. All right, so I hope you enjoyed these 3 core fielding drills for baseball and softball. Again, I want to thank my partners here, the Max BP. They make an amazing pitching machine and lots of other great accessories for coaches and players. Be sure to check out the description below where you can get my personal discount code on your next purchase from Max BP, and I'll see you here in the next video.